important aspects of Arabic literature, and especially modern Arabic literature. Okay? Study we discussed about uh, classical versus modern. What is classical Arabic and what is modern Arabic? Okay, classical Arabic literature, modern Arabic literature. Okay, I think that you remember the difference between the two. We also mentioned some prominent poets of classical Arabic. Then we mentioned some very important poets of modern Arabic, and then we gave you, details, or at least mentioned the harakat or literary movements in Arabic. So we mentioned Harakatul Divan, Harakatul Abulu, الرابطة القلمية, العثمان الأندلسية. We also mentioned Al-Adab al-Mahjari, that is migrant literature in Arabic. And in that context, we mentioned the name of Khalil Gibran. And also there are many more, like Elia Bumadi, Mikhail Nuaima, Nasib Uraiza, Nudra Haddad, and many more, in fact, who were the part of Mahjar literature or Al-Adab al-Mahjari. But we focused on Khalil Gibran, and even we could not, discuss much about his life and works and all that. Just passing reference. And I want you to consult, since all these things have already been mentioned in the study material that we have provided to you. So there is no point in repeating here the same thing. And I think if you have a cursory glance, you'll find all the information. And for those who are going to appear in exam next session, June, they need to focus on these personalities, especially Khalil Gibran. They need to focus on, literary movements, and they need to know what is modern Arabic literature, what are the modern trends of Arabic literature. Okay, they need to also understand the modern Arabic prose. Okay, so in this context, we study discussed like Khalil Gibran. We discussed also Taha Hussain, but not in detail. Some, references, some important certain things we just talked, okay, about him. And also we mentioned Mustafa Lutfi Manfunuti, and his books like Al-Abrat, Al-Nazrat, Majidulin, which is a translation from Majidulin, basically is translation from French. But Al-Nazrat, Al-Abrat are the, collection of his essays, are Al-Maqala. So Al-Maqala or essay writing is itself a new thing in Arabic, though in some form or the other, such type of things existed. But Arabic literature is really a rich literature, and it has, vast, mm, a long history, and several eminent, prose writers have contributed in several ways. And I mentioned some of the names of these, in yesterday's session, like Al-Jahiz, Ibn Muqaffa, all these, Ibn al-Amid, Abdul Hamid, Al-Khatib, okay, all these, great writers, they contributed a lot to Arabic prose writing. And so Maqala or essay writing that we see in modern Arabic period was not there in this form, in fact. Okay, so this is also, we can say that to some extent is a new thing. مقالة اوكي كتابة المقالة هو يعني امر جديد في الادب العربي الحديث. و we don't find, لا نجد مثل هذا الفن في الادب في الفترة الكلاسيكية، في الزمن الكلاسيكي، او العصور الوسطى، او العصور المختلفة الأخرى. We don't find, okay, it's a kind of maybe some people may argue that certain forms of this were available, but that is separate thing. Okay, but here the kind of the thing that Manfunuti writes is small pieces and focusing on a particular topic. So, and He mentions all that. Okay, in a very briefly he mentions. So that kind of thing was not there. This is new, okay, and this is inspired largely by Western literature. Okay, just like novel and short story and drama is inspired by Western literature. So similarly, this also is same is the case here. So Mustafa Lutfi Malfluti, we mentioned his name, and you can find again. We are not repeating uh, details about him. That is there in your study material. So for the sake of examination preparation and other purpose, you can consult and read all that. Okay, you can prepare your own note and prepare in your as per your convenience. You can prepare. Now today we are going to focus on the same thing, but slightly it's part of Arabic modern Arabic prose, and but it's very important. So many of you have perhaps have gone through these like Arabic novel, okay, Al-Rawaya Al-Arabiya, or Al-Qissa Al-Qasira, short story, or Al-Masrahiyya, that is drama in Arabic. So all these are new things, okay, in Arabic literature. And again, I'm saying they inspired by the largely inspired by Western literature. So first of all, now these three things, okay, a revaya, that is novel, uh, al-qissa al-qasira, that is short story, and al-masrahiyya, that is drama. Okay, so in brief we will talk about this, and again the good thing is that details about all these things are already with you, so I don't think you will face any problem in preparation. Okay, provided you focus. Okay? If some people and do not care or do not take it seriously and just do casual preparation or don't they, so that for them it will be difficult, because this is going to be MA second year, first of course it is a MA first year session, and MA has its own level. Okay, so some people think that we have got the admission, so now we will award the degree. That that cannot happen. Okay, because institution has its own commitment. It is committed for quality, and it has to maintain that quality, because institutions like NAC and UGC, they want this university to maintain quality, and for that purpose university cannot dilute its standard, okay, and quality. So some students who just take the things for granted, they don't if they think that we will just clear everything, so it will maybe difficult. Okay, second year will be more difficult for those who do not study. So I will ask the student that this is not study material. If you have got in whatever form you have got, now your duty is to make note, prepare it, and whatever form in fact you can do, in whatever way, it is your choice, okay, your option. Now you do it well. That is the important. So these, and I am here in fact to just shed light on certain important aspects which are very important, and which need special focus and attention from both, from your mentioned material, from the point of view of knowledge, because you are Arabic student, MA Arabic, you should know about modern Arabic. Suppose somebody asks, even in general, somebody says, "What's modern Arabic?" And if you for this certain words, certain expressions, certain even what is modern poetry, what is modern prose, how the classical prose is different, all these should you should be able to understand. And we design entire course in this framework, so that picture is clear, okay, before you. Some people may feel difficulty, maybe face difficulty in understanding that text and so, but I think if you have some small groups, and you can have group study if possible, or you can consult some people who know, or your who are well aware and all that, because in your section or in session I know some people who know better, Arabic. So always take help, because it's not possible, in fact, to do it alone for those who are not, very proficient in Arabic. So they can take help, and I will ask the students who are really competent and who know Arabic and who have studied earlier. They should also extend a helping hand to those who are not able to. So this is, all about cooperation, and in a spirit of cooperation, you all should, move forward. So that is okay, because we are not here every day for you, okay, and hand holding is not possible, and mentoring at this, the way it is not in this system. So at least we can ask some students who are really good. They should move forward, and extend their, hand of cooperation toward those who in fact need it. Okay, now moving to the topic, and we are first taking this novel. Arabic word is a revaya. Now, uh, revaya is not a new word. Okay, Rava Yarvi. Okay, revayat. That is the word. Revayat, revayatul hadith, revaya. So revaya. What is revaya? Now, certain information that you have and you are describing that information or passing it on to others. That is revaya. So revayatul hadith. Okay, if some people suppose an Abi Hurairata an falan, so okay, so that is hadith has reached to us. So some people have done this revaya. Okay, revaya, they have mentioned the details of the information that they had, and they have passed it on to next generation to next person, next to, and this has reached to us. Okay, so revaya is all about, a description, all about mentioning certain things. Okay, and then uh, uh, mention in detail. Okay, so revaya, so that word is there already. Now novel is, not Arabic, of course. English is novel. Now here the word is a revaya. Why do we call it a revaya? The reason is the same, that it's all about description. There are certain things in the mind of the, narrator or the writer, certain ideas, central ideas that are, in his or her mind, and those ideas he and she or she wants to convey to the people through, not in a factual, mode, but through kind of, fiction. uh, okay, so the person wants to convey certain reality, describe certain reality, he speaks some maybe truth, but you can say in a uh, fictitious, in a form of fiction. Okay, so that is not, these are not facts. Okay, so what's the difference between fact and fiction? Facts that, that are well, proved things, that is like, scientific facts. And what is fiction? Something that is not, proved, something that is not, clearly doesn't have any data and all that. But so fiction is, just opposite to the fact. And if suppose, like, science deals with facts, so literature, or especially radaya or novel, deals with fiction. So science also wants to convey or demonstrate truth through, by relying on certain facts, certain information which are well proved. Novel also wants to convey certain facts or demonstrate certain, important facts, but through, not through facts or data or all that, but through fiction, means through story. And story, that is something that has been created, that is not, may not be the, true, that means true form of the, so the person, suppose there is a batal means like, protagonist or hero. Okay, then there is a theme there, then is a place there, so all that is there. Okay, but all these things may or may not be true. Okay, so, suppose somebody is writing and there is a protagonist called Zainab in a story, suppose. Okay, and there is a place called, suppose, Daru Shefa, maybe. Okay, a place. And there is a person called, suppose, Imran. Okay, a protagonist. But all these names may not be the real names. Okay, they may be the, just writer has just chosen, selected the names, okay, and story or a place may not be the same, okay, not may not be a real name, okay, and story also may not be the real story, okay, the actual, but it may be the imagination of the person, okay, but writer just wants to convey certain facts, certain issues. Now, for example, Taha Hussein is a a writer, and suppose he writes about Egyptian society, and he is very much concerned about the poverty, hunger, disease, death, discrimination, social injustice, political oppression, and discrimination against women, and weaker sections and others. Okay, suppose he is concerned about all these things. Now, uh, he knows that these are the facts. Okay, but I cannot, but how to demonstrate these facts, okay, so that the people can be aware of what they're doing. Now he is, writing a story, and a story in a long, a fiction, in a fictitious manner, where he is, just choosing a protagonist, then he is choosing a place, then he is choosing a particular, theme type of thing, where he entire story revolves, and then there is a problem he wants to solve, like this problem, suppose ki problem is maybe discrimination in society, maybe poverty in society, maybe child marriage, maybe, or many any kind of, such type of things which are not, in the larger interest of the society, and which are considered to be bad, okay, or not very good and healthy practices. So in that case, he takes certain things, and he he just creates a story, and then a story, sometimes a story within a story, sometimes some more people join, and then a story is, is a long story, more is, but all this is done in a way, in a descriptive manner, and as if he's telling the story of certain people who lived during those periods, but those the story is not true, okay, means this may not be the true story, or true description, true thing, okay, everything, but still there are certain facts which he wants to convey. Now, what happened? In fact, during even past days, also some poets or some writers used to write certain, things what you can call some form of fiction, not in modern sense, but they used to convey to convey the message to the, suppose rulers. So some ruler is, very oppressive, and is tyrannical, and is zalim. Okay, so what happened? So, some, very men of art and letter, they, or some people, they used to convey the message through some hakaya, okay, or story. So it is like सांप भी मर जाए लाठी भी नहीं टूटे, okay, so they just wanted to just to convey the message, okay, that this is the injustice that is being done under your nose, and you are not, sensitive, or not, you don't care, okay, so through, but if he cannot say it directly to the king or the emperor or the ruler, because once if he, directly says this, the emperor may become very angry and may kill the person, execute him, or put him behind bar, as happened with some people, in fact, who just spoke truth to the power, and they came forward, okay, so in those days, also some people used to tell stories, and just they said that there was a king, and they never named the person, okay, he had a daughter, and he has a, okay, this, and he 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 was very, very happy, very, prosperous, and all these, but he had certain these limitations, these weaknesses, and all that, okay, or sometimes in the form of, in other ways, like through the mouth of, animals and birds, they used to, like, just like in Khalila Dimna, okay, you find the stories where birds and animals are speaking. So stories are again of the stories of the kings and emperors, and they want to teach them lesson, and send them message. All that is the purpose, okay, behind all this. But only animals are speaking or birds are speaking. There is no human being, okay. So what is the idea again? The idea is to convey the message, to send the message without harming the person, or without antagonizing him or causing him anger, okay, any kind of uh, okay. So this kind of style or this kind of thing is very old, and there is nothing new. Now revaya novel is the extension of all that, okay. And earlier there used to all these al hikayat and al malah and all that they used to had. Now you have a revaya, a very long story, and with powerful message. So always each and every Ravaya has its own message, its moral of the that story, and a conclusion is whatever you name you may name. But the main purpose of writing novel is to convey the message, to teach the lesson, to highlight the plight of the people in the society, to highlight certain issues or problems people are facing, or all these things, okay. So this is especially the problem of the masses. So this is the main role of a revaya, that is novel in modern time. uh, is it clear, revaya, or do you have any question or any color, anything? Is it clear to you? If you want to say something, add something, or any comment, or any question, or anything you want me to clarify further, any confusion at any stage, anybody, anyone? Mobina, can you speak? Or Manzoor? I can see some names on the screen. Shemi?
It's clear, sir. No doubt.
Okay. Okay, so all right. So this is revaya in general. Now is revaya, as I told you, that modern novel or a revaya, it is inspired by Western literature, especially French and English, okay? Because most of the writers who took up this form of, or focused on this form of writing, they benefited a lot from other literatures, and most of them they either directly or indirectly, either they went to these Western countries for higher studies, and they met, or they at least uh, did extensive study of these novels written in other languages, okay. So they try to imitate the same, and adopt. Yes, anybody, somebody wants to say something? Yeah. So okay. Now this is so Arabic Rivaya became very powerful tool in Arabic literature for description of the issues and problems of the society. So this Rivaya especially flourished in Egypt, because Egypt had been the center of modern Arabic literature, and the greatest pillars of modern Arabic literature, both prose and poetry, are from Egypt. So 19th century, 20th century, you know, is the period where you find major prose writers, major poets from Egypt, okay, who really established, who their authority, or made left their footprint on the sand of time, due to with their great uh, uh, mm, greater degree of contribution to our modern Arabic literature. So Revaya also had most of the Egyptians as their as the as pillars and as writers who focused on this form. And first Arabic novel, it is said, but some people may disagree, and sometimes it is there is not enough. Some people always have, I mean, many things, a different opinion, and it's always fine. But there is almost, still there, majority of the people and a large number of people say that first Arabic novel was Zainab, a novel called Zainab by Muhammad Hussein Haikal, Egyptian, writer Muhammad Hussein Haikal, and his novel Zainab is considered the first Arabic novel, and this was produced during 1913, 1913. So that is a period when now this also shows that in the during this form emerged, this form of writing emerged during first quarter of 19th century. Okay, we do not have anything called Arabic novel in modern form during 18th century. So early 19th century can be said to be the main period of of when this form of writing, that is Ar-Riwaya al-Arabiya or Arabic novel, is started. And Zainab is the first Arabic novel. It is, most people say it, okay, that Zainab is the novel, okay, which was written by Muhammad Hussein Haikal during 1930. Okay, so whenever you write about Tatawur Riwaya al-Arabiya, or emergence or a development of, okay, origin and development of Arabic novel, so you will start like this. Okay, you will give some background, okay, of novel, and then you will start like this first novel in Arabic, as many people consider, okay, this, and then you will mention about other writers and their novels and all that. So that is, so then was Ibrahim al-Khatib, who started writing Arabic novel, and his sorry, Al-Mazini, Abdul Qadir Al-Mazini, he is the writer who focused on this. Al-Mazini, we have mentioned, I mean, his name yesterday also, and he was related to Madrasatul Diwan, okay, Madrasatul Diwan, where Abbas Mahmud Al-Aqad, Shukri, and Al-Mazini, Abdul Qadir Al-Mazini, these were the three main persons who played a crucial role in establishing Madrasatul Diwan. Okay. Now here also his contribution as a novelist. So Al-Masini is a novelist, and his book or a novel is Ibrahim Al-Khatib. That is his book, Ibrahim Al-Khatib. It is famous. Okay, and he is the person who focused on it. Now another person is Tawfiq Al-Hakim, and perhaps some of you have heard his name. This writer is more famous by his contribution to the field of drama in Arabic, and he has produced excellent works, and a large number of excellent works of Arabic drama. And when we come to drama, we'll discuss about him. But at the same time, he has also contributed to the field of Arabic novel writing. So his books like Audatul Ruh, Audatul Ruh, you can note it down. Audatul Ruh, Ruh, Yomiyatu Naib fil Aryaf, Yomiyatu Naib fil Aryaf, or Usfurum min al-Sharq, or Rabat, Rabat al-Muqaddas. So all these, are the novels produced by Tawfiq al-Hakim. Taha Hussein, we have mentioned his name earlier, and he's prolific, writer, great researcher, and brilliant mind, in of the 19th century, who really is considered, as I told you yesterday, Hamidul Adab al Arabi. He is called, laqab Hamidul Adab al Arabi, Dean of Arabic Literature. So he had made, immense contribution to the field, modern Arabic, and in a variety of ways. In fact, he is also famous for his uh, for um, raising the issue of what we call qadiyatul intihal fil adab al arabi. He was the first person who pointed out that in classical Arabic there may be the eminent figures, but some people miss of the later stage. In fact, they wrote poetry, and then they, uh, you know, uh, called it the classical or pre-Islamic poetry, and this was uh, not the original form, okay, uh, that was there, but later people, in fact, people or poets in the later stages or periods, they just composed, and then uh, you know uh, uh, then they said that this is from the pre-Islamic period. So such type of issues he highlighted, and Fil Adab al Jahili, that is his famous book, okay, Fil Adab al Jahili, and Fish al Jahili also, okay. So these are his books where he raises this qadiyat, what you call qadiyatul intihal. But that is not our focus today. We are just focusing on the novel writing, and here also Taha Hussein has contributed immensely, and his book like Shajaratul Bus wa Adib, okay, all these are the works which he has produced and which may be considered as modern form of novel. Okay, then Yahya Haqqi, and his novel is Qandil, Qandil Hashim. That is, and these are the books which you can, if you have time. Maybe this is exam season, and you will certainly not be having the time to spare and read all these. But I will recommend that during summer vacation, or whenever you are free, okay, from your job, or weekdays, weekends, and whenever you have time, in fact, I will recommend that at least you should read some of these, okay. You will enjoy, okay. You will have the taste of Arabic literature, okay. And it's not very difficult language. At least you can like uh, stories or novels of Tawfiq al-Hakim are simple. His drama is also very simple, and so you can like Qandil Hashim. I think you all should read it, okay. Or the book like Mawsim al-Hijra ila Shamal by Tayyib Saleh, okay. So this is also equally very important work, and of novel during modern period, and I think you should read this book also of Tayyib Saleh, Mawsim al-Hijra ila Shamal. Okay, this is very very interesting and very a pertinent book, and this will uh, like uh, this will uh, give you a clear picture of East, okay, because most of us are even writers today are obsessed with West and Western things, but here you have somebody who really is writing in such a sincere and amazing manner, okay, in Arabic, and highlights the certain social issues which cannot be ignored. So I think you should read this also. And Ahlam Mustaghanimi, and the book is Dhakiratul Jasad, so another book. So all these are the books of Revaya or novel, which of modern period. But in Arabic novel writing, the person who really got fame and left his mark everywhere, not only in Arabic literature, but also in the on the on the world stage, is Najib Mahfouz. So he's the person uh, who was crowned with glory, and he really attracted the attention of great men from both from east and west, and he for his work, in fact, especially it is called that Auladu Haratina, that is his, you know, important novel. So for this work and some other also work, he got the Nobel Prize. Okay, in Arabic, he's the only person in Arabic literature, okay, who got Nobel Prize in literature. Yeah, Najim Mahfouz. So you may be, this he is very important, so you should prepare well. And Najim Mahfouz, his life and his works and all that, okay, are very important. So and we have given in detail in your study material about him and okay, his works and all the details, okay, we have given. So I think you should consult, okay, all your study material, and prepare the note and prepare on uh, because these are the figures we cannot, ignore. So he he was a prolific writer and produced, 40, 50, novels in Arabic, and almost he covered major themes of his time. Most of the, he is the writer or katibul mujtama, you can say, writer of the society, who really, focused on Egyptian society and tried to highlight certain, important social issues, social problems, challenges of the society, challenges that is, of a society which is, between uh, uh, modernity and, tradition, and a society where you have educated, enlightened, so-called image enlightened persons, where you have some people who are, clinging to the tradition, values and customs, and you know so uh, a different, picture means 19th or 20th century Egypt was a unique kind of society, a different kind. And Najim Mahfouz is the one, is the only one who, in fact, had a comprehensive present a could present a comprehensive picture of their society, a mirror of the society. Okay, that is perhaps the reason he got the Nobel Prize in Arabic, because nobody could, so successfully depict Egyptian society as Najim Mahfouz had done. So that is his greatness. And during this process, he also made significant contribution to Arabic literature, because for the first time, so many proper, what we call the proper form of, Arabic on novel, okay, was produced in Arabic literature, and on such a large scale, on a variety of topics and themes, and uh, so uh, this was. And he's also famous for his, Cairo, what we call a thalathia mahfuz, or you can say what in English they call Cairo trilogy, Cairo. So there were three books, in fact. Okay, and theme was almost the same, but he split in three books, and he produced, and which became very popular everywhere. So these three books are Bain al Qasrain, that is one book. Another one is Qasr Shawq, and third one is As-Sukkariya. As-Sukkariya. In English, they call it Sugar Street. Okay, so these three books are Thulathiyya. Okay, Thulathi is, three group, Thulathi. So three Hadi Thulathiyya. Okay, or this trilogy of Najim Mahfouz became very famous in Arab world, and also in Western or world literature also. Okay, everybody recognized his contribution, and he till date he is considered as the most famous Arab novelist, you know, ever. Okay, so I'm not, discussing again about his life, and where he was born and how he grew up and where he was taught, and what were the subjects he was taught, and his about his higher studies, about his personal, preferences, and his likes and dislikes, and his upbringing, and his orientation, his personal his ideas, and all that, this details are there everywhere. And especially in our study material, we have, given very good, note on this. So go through it, and those who want additional information, they can, always take the help of online study material, open OER, what we call OER, open educational material, that is available everywhere, okay, in both Arabic and English, and you can get as much information as you want about Najib Mahfouz. But there is no point in having too much information at this stage, because most of you who are attending here, or those who perhaps will be listening to this recording, or some of them who mm, are busy, in fact, with their work or somewhere, all most of them will be appearing for preparing, and then will appear in exam. So better be focused, and don't just at this stage try to search here and there, and then whatever information has been given is to my mind is enough for you, for the purpose of your exam, for the purpose of this course. So don't uh, any try to don't dissipate your energy in searching at this stage. Maybe later on when you pass your exam, and then you, if you are develop interest in any of these writers or any of these books that we have mentioned, then always the world is open. Everything is available on internet, in soft copies also available. Most of these are freely available. Al Maktaba Al Waqfiya, that is, or many sites which offer all these books free, so you can read anytime you want, or you can purchase if you want to pay from the, if you want really to read through hard copy, so that is also available. You can buy from anywhere. So that is the picture I wanted to present before you about Arabic novel. There are some other also writers. There's some other writer like Ali Ahmad Bakathir, or Hanamina, or Abdul Hamid Jawda Sahab. So they have also equally contributed to Arabic novel writing, and have gained name and fame in this field, and their books are also equally important. So it, it is up to you. Okay, whomsoever you like, you can read, but later, not at this stage. Again, I will say that now you focus about the personality, about their life and their works. Okay, so. In exam we do not expect you to give lots and lots of information. No, you need to present certain important facts, okay, certain points, and which and you need not just describe one novel and then go after another, and that's not the purpose. Okay, just we want to know that just test your knowledge of this particular person, okay, or the novelist. So Najim Mahfouz, so how much you know about him, okay, about his life, about his work, okay, that is the main thing. Similar is the case with many others, okay. So I'm not going into the detail because time is short, and too much is to be covered, and another reason, as I told you earlier, that we have given you the material, or okay, so that is that will serve the purpose, okay. In case you have any question or anything related to this, we would like really to you know welcome it. So anyone, again, related to novel, Arabic novel, any question, any doubt, or anything you want to say? Okay, any question? Okay, now we move to the second part. We will cover today uh, 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 we will cover today three, as I mentioned, the novel, Miss Al-Rivaya, and then Al-Qissa Al-Qasira, and Al-Masrahiyya. But in brief, okay, because uh, we will not, go into detail and mention because of the constraint of time. So now we are going to focus on Al-Qissa Al-Qasira. Okay, Al-Qissa Al-Qasira. That is short story. Now, just tell me, any of you, ما هي القصة؟ ما هي القصة؟ قصة, story. What is story? Anybody? Story. What is story? Anyone?
Brief something, a short story,
Yeah.
life story, and mysterious story, different kinds of.
Hmm.
Uh,
For
mm,
example.
for uh, example, is Kalila Vadimna,
Yeah.
Arabic story. Is
Hmm.
five
Yeah.
uh, different style stories, kinds of.
Hmm.
It's Malayalam short story and
Hmm.
brief story, Panchatantra story.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So, if you if you have gone through Kalila Dimna, this is a book famous for means as a story book. Okay, so here you have many stories or stories within the story. Okay, or like there are stories even in Holy Quran has stories. Okay, Qasasul Anbiya means stories of the Prophet, and then you have uh, stories uh, means of great persons in every period, and stories from different societies. So different societies have different or variety of stories, and so this is something which is found everywhere. Is in every period people have told stories. Okay, and in every society, in any language of the world, you will find some form of story. Okay, that is there. Now, what is the benefit of a story? Why why do you tell the story? What is the reason? Yes, why story? I think each and every one of you has told stories to the person, to your friend, to the sibling, to the you know parents, to tell stories uh, to their children. So everybody, okay, does it. But have you ever thought, have you ever uh, paid attention to the reason behind it? Why do you do it? Or why do you want to listen to the story? Very good. We can share our thoughts and
Attention,
views to others easily. Very good.
attention caricature is now this
Yeah,
time is present time is
yeah,
attention is
yeah,
child is present moment.
yeah, yeah. To draw the attention. Okay, that is another reason, because story is always is presented in some kind of interesting way. So it has the capacity to attract, okay, the people, so draw the attention. Otherwise sometimes uh, talk, or even speech, or even narration, or any other thing sometimes becomes boring. Okay, people hardly, but story has always some, there is always curiosity. There is something next. There is something next. Okay, what will happen next? What will happen next? Okay, so story has the capacity to connect and to retain, retention. Okay, to draw the attention. So as you told that for drawing the attention, you tell the story, and you can share your thoughts, your feelings, your views, okay, in an interesting manner. Okay, sometimes you want to teach the lesson through stories, some moral lessons, something especially to children. Okay, always there are lessons, so moral stories are there you want to tell. Okay, all these things. So this is the reason. Any other reason? Can anybody else tell something? Why do you لماذا القصة? Why do you tell the stories? Okay, so now at least this much is clear now, that if you want to draw the attention of the people and you want to teach them, some moral lessons, and if you want that to share your thoughts and ideas, your views in a very simple, interesting, and exciting way, so the best form is storytelling. Okay, storytelling. And this is also harmless. This does not easily. Otherwise, if you say, if you criticize somebody directly, or the person will feel offended. Okay, and you will, maybe you will harm. He will feel that I am being harmed. He will, so that may affect the person. But when you tell in a form of story, that is a general kind of thing. So you do not name a particular person, you do not target a particular person. You just want to highlight certain issues or certain problems, and that is very in a general form. So that is the advantage of story, that it is interesting, number one. Secondly, you can easily convey your lesson or your message without much hindrance, without offending anybody, okay, any particular person. And then you have you can develop your own style. Any story, there is no particular format or particular language. You can tell in your own ways, in your own language, in your own style. Okay, so this is also an advantage, that you need not be tied to a particular text, but you can just take certain central idea and you can develop a story on your own. Okay, the same story can be told in different and a variety of ways by different people. Okay, so that is another advantage. And another advantage is that story can be memorized easily. The same thing when is it is told in the form of sermon, or in the form of suppose uh, uh, like mm, or oratory, or in some other ways, if the same is conveyed, people may not like it, or may not pay much attention to it. But when the same thing is conveyed through a form of story, that really becomes interesting, and people do want to come to it and listen to it and take some lessons from that. So that is the advantage. Now, this form in modern Arabic, again, entered from was inspired by Western literature, and there, in fact, so many eminent story writers emerged who contributed immensely to that literature. Arabs also took up this form during 19th century, and or early 20th century, and they started working on it. So many people excelled in the field, and al-qissa al-qasira, or the short story, became one of the most important form of Arabic literature. Among the people who became famous, or writers who became famous, are Zakaria Tamir, uh, Mahmoud Taimur, and uh, Yusuf Idris, and many more, in fact. So we have like Zakaria Tamir. So he has book like Sahilul Jawad al Abyad, his famous book. Rabi' fi Ramat. Mahmoud Taimur has written books like Sheikh Sayyid, or Al Haj Shibli, Matrahul Uyun. So these are the books. Okay. Yusuf Idris has written Al Khasul Ali, or Jamhuriyat Farhat, or Al Batal. So these are the books. Uh, Whenever you mention about the short story, you need to mention all these people, okay? Because these are the people who contributed, and their books, and if you can mention some details, okay, about them, that is also equally good. And information is already there, so I am not going to mention much about that, and I will not focus. You know, there's no need to go into detail, okay, because the books that they have written, uh, and see need separate study, okay. So again I will say that whenever you are free, you can take any of these books of Qissa Qasira or Short Story, and start reading, okay. The advantage of reading books of novel or short story or even drama is that it will help you improve your language. That is very good advantage. That is means great advantage of reading. And also you can develop your own understanding of the society and people, and then you too can start writing, okay. Slowly you can start writing. Some of you maybe of creative nature, and they are born sometimes with some writing uh, you know uh, style or skill, okay, provided they pay attention to it. So you can develop your skill further, and just to try to read all these people, uh, if not all, at least few of them, so that you can have a taste of it, okay. And that revaya. So here we discussed revaya, and I told you that just like novel, revaya was just like revaya or novel, short story al qissa al qasira was which emerged in basically in Egypt, and was largely in some names. Okay, but I'm not mentioning all the names. Okay, you can always find more names, but these are the some pillars who really contributed to the field. Okay, so al qissa al qasira, that is also an immense important topic. That is why I'm touching here. Okay, and focusing on it. Now comes the you know. Uh, do you have anything you want me to say anything else, or any question, anything, anybody, or any comment, anything that any observation? Mushri Epe AP.
Uh, Sir, is a script or screenplay is a uh,
Yeah,
comes in which
yeah, yeah, a script. Yeah, a script is see a script now that is very good question. In fact, okay. So a script is a modern form. Suppose you want to produce a documentary, okay, and you have arranged some people who will be doing the work of acting and all this they will involve. But before that, you need a script, and a script will be based on a story. Okay, so a script is also a story, but that is for largely for the for use in uh, uh, cinema and documentary uh, production, or some audio or video production, okay. But script is used. uh, Story is generally written and then published in the book form, okay, and circulated to the people. Now some stories become very popular, and these stories become the basis for script writing. Some people write scripts and they prepared the script in the light of certain stories which were written earlier, or sometimes novels also, or short stories, or stories, they become the basis of a particular script. and then the same is made available to the uh, person who are involved in production of cinema or in documentary and all that. Okay, so script is also form of short story, and it is largely used in cinema and production of documentary or production of audio and video material. That is anything else. Naufal, Manzoor, Aisha. I can see the names. Anis, anybody?
Sir, can I
Okay.
have any out from the examination?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, sir, for each question there is a 20 mark. How much words we have to write for that?
How much questions?
Each questions has the 20 marks, right, sir, for the from the total
Yeah.
100 marks. How much we have to write for the each question? Answer how much we have to write?
Mm. So total five questions, and total you are we
Sir, your voice is totally breaking. It's not clear to hear it.
yeah. I could not listen the question properly, but I think that you are asking about the number of words or pages or something like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The pages we have to
Yeah,
write. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. There is no limit. Generally, you should write the uh, 3 pages minimum. Okay, uh, 3 pages or uh, 300 to 400 words. It is all about idea or the thing that you want to say. So it's all about the points that you mentioned there, not about the you know quantity. It's all about the quality. Okay, so if you cover the points in a support short form, that is okay, but it doesn't mean that you should just write 1 or 2 paragraph. That will not be okay. Okay, so at least try to write 3 pages, and try to cover the points. Okay, suppose there is question about Khalil Gibran, so and his life, so you should mention uh, about him in some detail, and then mention his books and all that. Okay, everything. So it is all about the facts, that how much facts you are able to give there, present there, not just just writing for the sake of writing without much content, without much information, makes no sense. So it's all about the information, how much information you are able to give there. Okay, that is the important thing. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. So now moving to the third, aspect, we have talked about a revaya, that is novel, and also we have talked about al-qissa al-qasira, that is short story, and now we move to al-masrahiyya. Al-masrahiyya is drama. So drama, that is, again, a new thing in Arabic literature, and uh, maybe in earlier forms we do not know much about it. Okay, maybe in some form it existed in earlier societies and in earlier period, but drama writing, okay, the books of drama in fact are completely new thing, and this became popular only in uh, in the 20th century. So, and largely again inspired by the Western literature. So drama, that is masrahiya. Now, what mahil masrahiya? In your own way, can you mention it? What is drama? Have you read any book of masrahiya or drama? Any of you?
Drama, first of all, is a theme, is a body, conclusion
Hmm.
is conversations, people's talkative is
Yeah.
curtain is
Hmm.
below is um,
Hmm.
below
Hmm.
is a lively story.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that is also a story, a form of story, but based on, largely based on dialogue. Okay, dialogue. The persons who involved, they, you know have dialogue among themselves, and they prove their, point in their own way. So main, thing is like, dialogue is, always there in drama. Any other feature that you want to mention? Drama. Okay, it seems that we have given you study material, and we many people are so desperate about, study material. They ask us so much, so many questions. But whatever at least we have given, and in whatever form we have given you, I think we have given you enough information in that study material about all these things. But it is unfortunate that students do not, go through it, and how can you, write about it? Suppose there is a question about al-masrahiyya, so how will you write it if you don't go through it, if you don't prepare? Okay, so uh, uh, it is not a good, because we expect the students to read and make and prepare the note, and then, you know this is the platform for you to demonstrate your skill. You can practice here, you can come with preparation and then speak and say something about, okay, drama and all these, important things. So this way you can prepare also. Okay, and we will certainly add some information and give you, and if you suppose there are certain mistakes, so we will certainly correct it. That is again an important advantage of being here. So it should be two way. Miss, just if I come and speak and then go, that will make no, any sense, and it will not serve the purpose. It is you who are the actual, players, who are the actual protagonist of this drama, okay, of life, of this program or this course. Okay, you are the real actors. So if you are real players, if you don't play, if you don't, act here, so my acting will not, help you much. Okay, if I keep on, demonstrating my skills, so that will be really one sided. I'm not going to appear in exam. Okay, so even if I prepare well and I, demonstrate, that will not help you. But if you prepare well and, then present your things to us, and then mention that this I know, okay, then certainly you will gain confidence, and you will, have a very good day on the day of exam. So that is what we need now. See, I really want you, because doesn't matter how many people join here, we want some sincere people. Okay, So those who are really serious and have time for this program and can attend it, so I would like you to come with some preparation, okay? So at least few of you, if not everybody, so few who I know that they can, okay, but it's all about a time management and is, so try to manage your time, spare some time for this and prepare, then it will be really very interesting, okay? If I don't listen anything from your side, so it is very, it's not very encouraging to whether you are receiving it or not, or able to understand everything or not. So the best way is to come with preparation. And before we move to the Arabic poetry, that will be the next, where we will talk about Arabic, modern Arabic poetry, and we will talk about the poets and all that. But before that, I would like you to, at least few of you, to speak about these things, okay, that we have discussed here, especially the development of revaya, novel in Arabic, الرواية, القصة القصيرة, المسرحية, all these, you should be able to say something, okay, some points, and all these things are available in your notes or even your study material. So just go through it and then, okay, come and we will discuss it, okay? So how many of you are going to do it this next time? Will you come with preparation? Shemi, great. Mushri, will you prepare? What is that you would like to say something on, like short story or revaya or masrahiya, or you would like to talk about Khalil Gibran? Okay, which you can select, okay? Will you speak? Okay, any of these topics you can, okay? This, see, I am helping you prepare well, okay? Preparation. If you don't, then one way I can just speak and then go, but that will not benefit you much, okay? So I want you to be fully engaged in this session and gain a lot, okay? And that can happen only when you have your study material before your hand and prepare beforehand before come here. You jot down certain important points, and if you can memorize, that is good. Otherwise, at least you can go through it several times and then tell others or the people who join here that this is I have prepared, okay? Now I will teach, I will tell you what is al masrahiyya in Arabic. I will tell what is a revaya, okay, in Arabic today. I will tell what is al qissa al qasira, okay, in Arabic. That is exactly what I want, that each one of you should be able to demonstrate your knowledge, okay, and the information that you have gathered here. All right. So next time, few of you, okay, come with preparation and just open the pages related to these topics, and uh, come and mention all the points, okay? This exercise will help you in this later, okay? Today it is not like you are not wasting your time here, okay? You're not wasting, you're just making it very very useful, for your purpose. So I hope that you pay attention, okay? You will pay attention to this and do all that, okay, in the next session. Now among masrahiya has tragedy, it has comedy, okay? So both sides, all right, because life is has both sides, life of a person, okay? Some comedy, some tragedy, some happiness, some sorrow, as I told you study also, that both sides, and literature does highlight all these things, okay? So good things and things that are not so good or painful things, okay, that is also there. So both. Masrahiya also does the same. It picks up topics from the ordinary life and then presents it to the people in a dramatic form, in a way that appeals to the mind.
Sir, in modern drama, we can find most of the social and political issues.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, modern drama is able to depict human condition, or the situation of the people, and condition of the society, especially uh, as you mentioned rightly, that political, social issues, all that, okay, are there in and one of the reason is to, again, to tell the story, to tell about certain, to give the information to the people, but in such a way that that is appealing and exciting, okay, and entertaining, and but people will laugh, people will cry, but they will learn the lesson, okay. If there is tragedy, if there is some, if the drama deals with certain tragedies, so certain,
Yes, the common people
yeah,
can easily understand.
yeah, common people, exactly. So they may cry, they may shed tear and then everything, but there will be lesson, okay. The people will ultimately feel that we have heard some important thing, okay. Similarly, there is some something good that is happening in the society, and something, so that can also be presented in a dramatic way, and the purpose is again to appeal the minds and hearts. So the people will come to listen to it, or read the book, or to see the drama if it is if it is on stage. So that is the reason behind the success of this form, okay, of literature, that it has certain degree of appeal unmatched by other forms, where you can just certain things, you can convey certain message, certain political message, certain social message, certain moral lessons, on all that you can do it through this form, okay. So that is why it is popular, and it is continuously appealing the mind of the people even today, okay. So again, many people gained uh, uh, popularity in this field, and one of the most important person uh, is there were person like George Abbas and all those who, in fact, in the initial days worked very hard to popularize this form. But again, Tawfiq al-Hakim, and I have mentioned his name, is the person who really produced a lot of Arabic drama, al-Masrahiyya. So his books, and there are numerous books he produced on this form of literature in this way, and all these books are very popular and well known. If you just mention his name, Tawfiq al-Hakim, in Google, and or any form, you will find the details about him, Tawfiq al-Hakim, his works and his drama and all that. So this is the uh, one person who really deserves the most admiration for his work in this field, and many more are there who really worked very hard and produced this form. So uh, we before there are certain information, in fact, I wanted to share regarding this, and certain more things about drama and also novel and short story. But I think that you should be part of this, as I told you, that if better you to come with preparation, and we let's have a discussion also, okay. So try to go through the, again I will say, study material, and there we have mentioned in detail this تطور الرواية, تطور القصة القصيرة, وتطور مسرحية, and all these three at least you should focus on, and come with preparation next time. So half we will focus on this, again, on these three, and then we'll move to the modern Arabic poetry, that is الشعر العربي الحديث. So I am focusing again on this because these are you know uh, wherever Arabic is taught, okay, modern Arabic or PG level. So these are very important topics, which everybody in fact covers this, and uh, your course is incomplete without the knowledge about these. Okay, that is why I want you to study. Okay, so come next time with full preparation, especially on these, as I told you, and we will discuss Arabic poetry also. If you can prepare Arabic poetry, well and good. If not, at least focus on these three. Okay, تطور الرواية، تطور المسرحية، تطور القصة القصيرة. All these. Okay. So we will stop here today, and want you to, be fully active, engaged in the class, and not remain mute. Just as always, but be active. You speak as much as you can. Okay, we have a very free platform where you need not fear or hesitate or anything. And if you think that I will commit mistake or something wrong, and this is for this is your session, okay, this is your house, so don't worry much and just be very clear, very frank, and very active. Okay, and say, speak your mind. Okay, without hesitation. All right. So with this we end here, and see you in the next session. So, mahassalam.